Mojang helped create YouTube as it sits today. Last year, I predicted that they could very well kill the Minecraft YouTube category. But could Mojang actually be more evil than I anticipated? I think it would be a good idea to look at the history of Minecraft with YouTube, as some of y'all are young enough to have not experienced it or even been alive during that time frame. Yes, people were making Minecraft YouTube videos. It actually was what exploded the gaming category to some degree. One of the foundational games, if you will. Notch made the decision to not take a cut of any of the videos that were produced using Minecraft as the background, i.e. any Minecraft video. Now, I'm not 100% sure, based on a tweet of his, if this was a decision that just he had made, or if it was YouTube telling him, no, you're not doing that because that's going to hurt the creators. But that decision is absolutely fundamental. An example is that during one of the early Minecons, there's actually a video of DocM77 thanking Notch because it had fundamentally changed his life, because it allowed him to become a full-time content creator. And if you look at that tweet, you'll see that there's several other creators that you recognize. Favorite of mine is Mumbo Jumbo, saying, hey, let's not do that. Let's make sure that we can freely make YouTube videos. Minecraft doesn't take a cut of YouTube video monetization on Minecraft videos. Cool. Why is that important? Well, that's what allowed for content creators to go full-time and ultimately broke out the YouTube gaming genre. There are obviously probably other games that had an impact on this. I think it would be foolish to say that Mojang and Minecraft were the only ones, but they were absolutely pivotal. And even if Minecraft is the primary game that might have started it, people are like, well, it doesn't have an impact very much anymore. I would say no. Minecraft is currently one of the first starting points for many young content creators to get a start, get a feel, and learn how to make videos. They may not stick with Minecraft, that's true, but they do start. An example of this is one of the gentlemen from vidIQ. He actually was concerned about the EULA because he knows the impact, and I think that those types of people are the ones we should look to when they say this is going to impact YouTube in a larger scale. I think we need to make it clear though, Mojang has the absolute right to do what they are doing with pulling in the usage guidelines and kind of taking hold of their brand. Their game is all rights reserved. Every game that is under that license absolutely has the right to do this, and we have always been under their good graces. Theoretically, all of YouTube gaming is just duct tape and shoestrings to make it look like it's working. But one pull and the whole thing comes crumbling down. Why is Mojang so important in this decision? Why is it that I make this video? Mojang created the habit or the tradition that games don't require us to do fund sharing. They're the ones that set that precedent, and by them not pushing YouTube, I think that has been an overall good thing. So why is it that I'm claiming that Mojang could kill the YouTube gaming category? Simple. This could create a ripple effect where other games begin to take more and more and more control over their brand until you get to the point where every content creator is effectively free advertising for anyone's game, if not advertising where you're getting money off of them advertising for you, which is kind of the opposite of what you would expect. You would either expect to pay nothing or pay them. Now, yes, this video is a little bit doom and gloom, a little bit alarmist, but there is a little bit of hope that we can find in a different type of game. First off, there are games that are trying to build a healthy community and see the importance of content creators as both advertisement and community liaisons, because most of these YouTubers already kind of know how to communicate better with the community than any of these corporations ever could. One example of this is Biffo Plays, who's kind of the community liaison from Cities Skylines 2. And this is, I think, a shining example of how to launch a game really well, that is the sequel to a previous game, and connect with the community very deeply. I've even prompted suggestions, and Biffa prompted suggestions, and his entire community prompted suggestions that ultimately Biffa, and I'm assuming some of his team, helped curate and concentrate so that City Skylines 2 team could look at it and be like, okay, cool, are we on the right track? Do we need to make adjustments? They definitely had a lot more development done than I think we were aware of by the time that these suggestions were starting, but they still checked in. They wanted to get that heartbeat of the community before they really announced anything too serious. The other example is community-focused games like Dwarf Fortress. I've recently discovered this game. I haven't started playing it, but I kind of want to, as it definitely seems like it is such a community-centric game that the brand is the community, and the community has become self-regulating to a moderate degree. I haven't done too much research on them, so don't quote me on that, of course, and I would love to hear your comments about them down below. The other type of game that we can take advantage of and see hope in is open source games. My favorite of which is the game Thrive. It is kind of a spore clone, but it's closer to actual biology. It's really fun and it's free. It's open source. You can also pay for it on Steam to help support development. I've done that myself. See, the thing with open source games is that it's no longer a corporation who owns it, but the end user who owns that copy of the game. I could sit down, clone Thrive, make my own modifications to the game, and play that version on my computer, no questions asked. We as content creators and you as viewers can see hope that these games, they don't have to worry about copyright. They don't have to worry about usage guidelines. They also can form these healthy communities that curtail negative content creators that are not beneficial to the game, to the community, and ultimately who are harming either other content creators or other individuals. Now, the other thing that I find interesting based on Notch's tweet is that YouTube might be the very well thing that protects us from this problem whatsoever. Notch kind of hints at it in his tweet, and it'll be up right now, that games may not be able to claim any of the revenue from individuals who play their games. Now, they may be able to use usage guidelines and EULAs to basically say that their gameplay footage is illegal, but in general, they can't claim the monetization. Ultimately, YouTube gaming might be saved by YouTube itself. A good decision from an old YouTube. Overall, the premise of this video may be a little bit exaggerated, but I still think it's important to consider and explore these thought experiments. Minecraft did in fact help make YouTube gaming what it is today. No doubt about it. It is reasonable to also assume that they could create the very trend that destroys the YouTube gaming concept. I think the big thing is that community is important for all of these games, and content creators cannot exist outside of a community. I'm trying to build one right now. You can pop in my Discord and come check us out. I would love to hear your feedback on this video, there or even in the comments. So without further ado, this is Negative Light signing out, and God bless y'all.